Hello and welcome back to Building Tulmac. We're right here where we had left off, right outside of Hyde and Dried, run by our good friend Delilah Marsh. What a lovely little tanner we have here. A nice little outdoors workstation here with the cauldron and the loom for fixing up all the wonderful leather armor. And of course an interior. She's got a nice little kitchen table with a furnace, and don't ask why it's not refrigerated. I could probably put ice in there too, just for fun's sake, but we're not going to. Food. She has an upstairs little loft where she sleeps and has her books and her private affections. So far, everything's looking wonderful here in our little village of Alfaar with our tanner. So for this episode, we're going to continue the trend. We're going to build another building. I think we're going to go back here. We're going to build the blacksmith. So we're going to need to get rid of all of these things back here because the blacksmith's going to take up some room as well. And I think for the blacksmith, we are actually going to use more stone. We are going to still use wood for the actual structure, I think, but we are going to use more stone for a lot of the build itself. I'm not entirely sure which kind of stone I want to use. I almost want to use polished tuff because it looks nice. Brick probably wouldn't be the worst idea, except there's not a mason here, so they wouldn't really have access to brick necessarily. All of these are... The black stone would be nice. Excuse me. Might just go cobblestone, smooth stone, stone brick. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea to use here either. So I think that's what we're going to do. I might also use the polished andesite. I think it'll give a nice little extra. And we're going to probably need the stair varieties of all of these as well. Except there is no smooth stone stairs. There's stone stairs, so I guess instead of smooth stone, we'll use stone. What was the other one? Stone brick. Okay, so this will be a good combination of things to give texture and whatnot to the floor. And we're not going to have a porch. We're going to have something similar to this, but we're not going to have this out front of the blacksmith. It's going to be much more, I think, forthright in its thing. We're going to put, I think, the blacksmith sort of over here, facing up like that. And then it'll go straight into his house, and it'll have a large sort of area over here that'll be the workstation. But for now, let's lay out exactly how we want this to be. Oh, that's a... I wonder. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Wow, that's actually lined up on... Oh, well, the stairs weren't. Okay, so let's put the stairs there, so it's lined up on that 2x2 grid that I'm arbitrarily going to attempt to enforce on the world. We'll see how well it goes. I don't think I'm going to make it go any further out that way. I think we want this to be... Let's see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I make it 10, that'll be just right. I think, except... Yeah, it's 1 block away from the tanner, which isn't bad. We just have to be careful about not bumping into that. Okay, so we're going to have... Although, this isn't going to come out all the way there. We have 10 that way. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think was more than enough for the house for dear Delilah, right? Her house, I believe, is also 10 by 8. If we look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by, yes, 8. 10 by 8. More than enough for a house, as we've established, so I think that'll be good. But then we're going to have a nice large workshop out here. Probably going to be 6. There's a fly or something buzzing around and it's annoying me. By, well, a lot. Or, contrarily, we could have this be the workshop area and then have the house just be a long house over here. Wow, I'm bad at this today. Ooh, this is kind of a little close to the road. How long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 would cut very close to the road. I don't know if I want to do that, so I think, and that's why we keep the dirt block, I think having it be this long is good. I might make it a little wider, though. Like that. I think that'll be good. We can have, yeah, this will be good. So we'll have the house here and the workshop here, or vice versa. Probably the house and the workshop. Which actually, funnily enough, because I'm not putting a porch, it is a little more cramped. So we're going to need some stairs leading up to the workshop as well, because this is going to go straight into the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is perfect for walking up into the workshop area. I think we'll do stone brick for that. Maybe andesite here. Hard to say. Maybe we'll just do stone brick for both of them. I think this will be alright. So now, bear in mind, this is just the layout, right? This is the the outline of where all this is gonna go. I think we're gonna start filling in over here. We're going to change out some of these for stone, I think. Right? I think maybe we'll just go without the cobblestone even. We'll make this much more natural. I don't know. It's very hard to say. We'll throw in some polished andesite as well. It's a good sort of, I don't know, just a mixture of things to go around here. If we throw in, you know, a whole bunch of regular just, you know, a varied texture, so it has something nice to look at. We're probably going to do something similar over here with hers. I'm not entirely sure yet. We probably will, just so it's not this flat texture again. I also just remembered that I said we were going to put little planters outside of these windows here, and we're still going to do that, so don't let me forget that. He said to literally nobody in particular. Throw a couple of bits of cobblestone around just to kind of add to the vibe, right? We're just kind of vibing all of this right now. We're just kind of vibing it, right? Throw some things down. And now we're gonna do, oh, maybe not that one there. Let's do one of these here, right? There have been plenty of chips and all sorts of stuff that have, you know, taken their toll on. Ooh, I can't do that. Oh, that's annoying. You know, plenty of chips and nicks that have found their way into the, you can do that though, really? Plenty of chips and nicks that have found their way potentially into the floor, right? Considering that it's a blacksmith, he's probably chipped it like crazy over the years that he's worked on things. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's a lot of that in a row. Let's throw that there. All right, just some chips, some nicks. Something to sort of, break up the monotony of the floor. I think this looks pretty well. It's kind of cracked in places. It's fine. I'm just going to throw these away right now. By the same token, throw buttons down to look kind of like, pebbles or whatever. Right? If you look at it, it's got character to it, right? There's something going on. The only thing with the buttons is I should probably actually do that at the end, after we've built the like the actual workshop stuff. So I think for now we're just gonna go with this. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look fantastic, all things considered, but it doesn't look bad. I do like the look of it. Alright, we are going to now... Is this all getting in my... Okay, good. No, it's not. We're going to now work on the house portion, I think. I think similarly, just so that way we have a cohesive sort of theme going on for the entire village. We're going to do these spruce logs with oak planks again. With spruce, we had logs, we had spruce wood, we had oak planks. We used dark oak doors, but that's going to be towards the end. What else did I use? I used fences. Although I think to make it more industrial look, where would I find... It's all the way down here, isn't it? I think to make it look a little bit more industrial, yeah, we'll use iron bars instead of fences for this particular build. Again, it just looks a bit more industrial. It'll probably work better. We're going to definitely highlight some chains somewhere as well. We could go for some copper, but I don't know. Maybe. So we're going to use these as our main building materials. We definitely are going to need chains and lanterns, because that's our lighting theme kind of going around for the whole village as well. Yeah, we'll start with this. We'll get into the finer details as we go in, but we're going to build... Oh, I need a floor for this, don't I? Go back to cobblestone. We are just going to do a solid cobblestone floor, I think, for the interior, much like we did with Delilah. So we're just going to throw all this in real quick. Fill it in. Alright, perfect. Now, where the door's going to go? I think, yeah, we're going to put a door, I think, between there, and then a door between there, and that'll work very well. Again, 3 high, 4. Now we need to use the wood planks for that. 3 high there for the corners to establish that's, the floor. Yeah, this is good here, like that. I do want, sort of like what I did here, I want another middle bar so we can make like a rafter type thing, but with the way that the house is laid out, it's a bit more difficult to do, right? This isn't going to really fit anywhere unless we mess with the door over there We could move the door back, maybe? No, because either here or here is where I would want the post to go, right? And both of these locations would interfere with the door in some way. So I think we might have to bite the bullet. I mean, I could just move the door back, like, to here. Oh, wait. That's where it's supposed to go. Anyway, I'm stupid. Alright, so it's gonna go like that. Again, it's just so it's, you know, a cohesive, like, yeah, there's purpose in the old village here, right? Like, the same person built all of these buildings, you know? That kind of a feel to it. Which, you know, realistically, they would have gotten a carpenter of some variety to build all of these structures, and who knows, maybe Barnabus here of the blacksmith is the same guy. You know, whoever built the town is, you know, they would have built everything roughly the same. It's not going to be I mean, so far it's identical, which is a little concerning, but it's not going to end up being identical. In fact, actually, you know what? Instead of the oak, let's use birch, right? It'll help differentiate the building, I think, a little bit better from that, right? So that's the oak. This will be birch to help sort of differentiate. I'm going to need birch stairs, I just realized, for like this bit. So we're going to do the same, I think, techniques that we used with the tanner to build our like doorways and such. Bada bing, bada boom. We're going to use very similar techniques for a lot of this stuff. I don't know why I made this gap here, considering that that's going to have to look like that. Similar techniques. Same for the... this is why I grabbed the iron bars as well. I think personally, it's just going to... Right? It's another little thing to help differentiate the fact that it is... you know, it's a different building entirely. It's just, you know, it's for a different person. I think it'll work well to help with the differentiation. And to be honest, like, it does not... I don't think it looks like prison, necessarily. Right? It's just different, that's all. Let's see here. We are going to maybe do something a little different with the back, though. Again, just so it's, you know, it's got some character, some individuality. We might go across like that with the whole thing, but we might do... Oh, that doesn't connect to the side of the stairs. That's... Let's see here. If I do this, though, and then go across. On the inside, it'll look the same, but on the outside, we just want it to be, you know, just a little different. Again, yeah, right. Yeah. Why not? I think I might do that on the corners for this build as well. Again, right, just a little bit of character to help differentiate the buildings from each other. I think we might do that on here as well. Whoa, I did it again. You know, just a little something to help differentiate the buildings, give each of them a slight different feel, texture, flavor to them. There's still... Where'd the other... It's over there. There's still, you know, roughly identical buildings. I feel like I need to sneeze, and that's gonna bother me. Roughly identical buildings, but with different characters and personalities. So much so, actually, that we're going to be putting these lanterns, like, here, right? We're going to do one of these things. I'm probably going to end up doing this with the, whatchamacallit, the tanner as well, with hide and dried, but, I mean, I don't know, I love the look of these lanterns. I forgot there was a wall there. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Wow. So we have a bunch of lanterns to help differentiate it as well around the outside. I might do the same thing. There is a fly buzzing around, annoying the heck out of me right now. Ugh. I think maybe we'll just a simple on the outside here like that. Yeah, that looks good. I like it around the whole structure. Here, I think it looks fantastic. So now let's talk roof. We might do the same thing we did with this roof. Interior is probably going to look somewhat similar as well. All things considered. But I want to do something a little different. I kind of want to try and get the loft up here for Barnabus. And I think I know how I want to do that. We're going to put down this layer of... I want to do something. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Basically... Right, but now I want... How am I going to do that? Mentally, okay, what I'm mentally trying to figure out is I want to make something like that, but I didn't even know how it would go here. I want, like, you know, a cross section going like that, sort of, right? I need a half slab. I think that could work. That could be cool if it works out the way I want it to. We'll test it out, see how it goes. See how the building process goes, making that a reality. It's not going to be even, unfortunately. I don't think. And then this one is the curve. Whoa, the curve. Okay. Wait. No, the previous one's the curve. That's the curve, and then that, and then this goes there. Okay. Okay. We'll just see how it goes for right now, right? Because now I want to go one higher again. But right, it's gonna have to go like that. I want it to be even, I think. I want it to be even. If I make it even, I'm gonna have to move this one further back. Actually, ooh, ew. Oh, no, right, but I would need to move this one further back as well. There we go. Yep. And then I used blocks or slabs in there. I used blocks. I didn't give it an extra layer. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm so far I'm digging it. It's not too obtuse, I don't think. I think it's working the way that I want it to right now, which is to say that it's, you know, working. Yeah. I think this is fine. And then we'll put in the... I really did just do solid blocks, instead of raising it. I guess it would only be those bits that are... Alright, so that makes sense. Okay, for here, I think we are going to give that extra sense of height, though, maybe... Nah, we're gonna solid block this. Around like here in this cross bit. Oh, you're right. I did mentally. I just thought, right, like I did that for. Do I wanna fix that? I feel like I wanna fix that. It looks a little funky, but at the same time, I don't know. This house is different. After all, so we got this kind of a roof going. I think we're going to do the iron bars approach again. Kind of like how we did the fences over here. Now it's starting to look a bit like a jail cell, though. So maybe we'll switch this out for the birch fence up here. See how that looks instead. Yeah, that way it's a little bit more natural up on the top floor. Still have that same vibe of what's going on, but it's not so industrial looking. After all, I mean, this is an industrial-ish building, right? It's a blacksmith, but I think I like that quite a bit. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that looks so much more open up there as well compared to the tanner. That's crazy. Anywho, now let's start working on the loft area. I again am opting... No, let's just grab the stripped spruce wood. Save myself some trouble. Stripped spruce wood. Do I want to go in the other direction? I think I want to go in the other direction. I want it the long way. I think that looks better. Yeah, I like that a bit more. We're going to try and put it over here. That's probably a tall ask, all things considered, but we're gonna make an attempt to put in a staircase over here now. And again, right, I think the main challenge is that connects is I did it again. Getting it to connect up there. Although, might not be that bad now I'm thinking about it, because we could just come down like that, turn around up there, although that block would be here. Okay, so in that case, we can still We can do that. Yeah, I still like the look of that quite a bit. It's got a good texture to it. Things like that, and allows us to put this here, and then we can have that, and this is a very simple upsy-daisy. Look at that. We still have plenty of space down here as well for random storage. Bits as well, I think. This will work very well. We're going to do the same thing that we kind of had done with the Tanner as well. We're going to put the fence post there. It just adds a little extra character to the staircase. Now, this staircase is immeasurably more dangerous, right? Because you could fall off on either end, whereas the other one was more like tucked away in the corner. Which actually, yeah, now that I think about it, I had to put this up here because there's no corner to put it in. Okay. So we have this now, which I think is lovely. Is the blacksmith someone who would have a basement? That's the next question. I think the answer probably would be a yes, but do I want to build a basement for him? That's the question. I think the answer is going to end up being no. Yeah, I think the answer is going to end up being no. So now we have to figure out how to leave this space open while also adding in all sorts of little details over there. Maybe we should start working on the outside now. That does not connect, right? No, it doesn't. That's good. Neither with the iron bars. We're going to do the birch fence all the way around, though. Again, I think, you know, it's just some color, just some texture. It's just, it's nice. That's all. It connects to the house there, though. Oh. Do I want it to connect here, then? Oh! I didn't do the... Whoops. I didn't do the, wrong one. I didn't do that on this side. I should do that. Just so it matches a bit. No, I did it that way. Thank you. Just so it matches all the way around. Yeah, there we go. That's looking nice. Maybe I can even do that with this. Again, oh, this isn't gonna... That's not gonna work that way, though, with that. Because you can't make a corner stair with one stair. I could do it here, though. Oh, ugh, why? Why would you... Oh, why? Why would you do that? Okay, do that, and then I can do that. Oh, why does it prioritize it that way? That's just evil. Alright, fine. That one's not going to be like that. Okay. That just looks silly. So we'll do that. So we'll do the regular stairs on this. It gives the illusion of the stairs hooking in, sort of like how it does on the other ones. I think that'll be fine there, and that way we get this connection here as well. Can you can't walk up that now. Okay, I think... Whereas the Tanner has this overhang, I don't think we're going to do the overhang for the blacksmith. The blacksmith, after all, is going to have a lot of dangerous things out here. Such as... Am I starting on details? I am starting details now. This is crazy. This is going by so much faster. I'll put all this away for right now. I think, bada bing, bada boom, functional blocks. We are going to need an armor stand. We're definitely going to need an anvil. We're going to grab a cauldron. You'll see why in a bit. Oh, a blast furnace wouldn't be awful. Let's use a blast furnace. Just for aesthetic reasons. I do want, like, random chains hanging from things, but that would require an overhang, which I'm not making. Unless, hold up, can I... it's just big, that's all. Alright, anyway, food, no, it's in this one. Bucket of lava, what else? I want to hang up tools and things. Tools and weapons and things like that. We'll hang up... I'll need item frames then. You know what I want in this game? I want, like, a weapon rack. Like, kind of like how we have an armor stand. I want a weapon rack. I think that would be fantastic addition. How do you even make... Oh, I think I know how you make a maze. Actually, wait, hold on. Can an armor stand hold... No. That's obnoxious. Anyway, we're definitely gonna need, let's see here, anvil. Ooh, do I want just a nice pristine anvil? No, I want a chipped anvil, I think. Show it's been used. You know, it gets its work out. We're gonna put a cauldron directly nearby. We're actually gonna need 2 cauldrons now that I think about it, because we're going to back this up, too. We're going to need a fire one and a water one. Right? Sort of... You get the superheated stuff. Oh, I need to actually think about this a little bit more, right? Because we're going to need the blast furnace, which will essentially melt... Ooh, okay, this is, yes. Building blocks. This is where I want blackstone now. That's deep slate? No, I want blackstone. Blackstone. Here we go. We're gonna grab ourselves some polished blackstone. Or cracked polished blackstone? Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna get ourselves, a little station over this way. Basically, we're going to put the blast furnace on there, which is going to dip into the cauldron. We then have this. We then have that. And this first... Tools. The first bucket there, and then that. And I think in here we're even going to do that just because it's funny. No, we're not going to do that. Put those away. We're going to need... Nope, wrong one again. We're going to need coal in there. Yes. Okay, we're going to need barrels again. Barrels are... Where? Barrels. We're going to need some barrels again. We're going to get a lot of barrels. I think we're going to stand these up. Yeah, we're gonna stand these barrels up. I don't need those anymore. We're gonna stand these barrels up. Maybe even have 1 or 2 sideways. Kind of like that. Stand that up there. Up. Thank you. Gonna have a lot of barrels and things. We're probably gonna put a couple around like this. Right, just to make it look like it's getting used quite a bit. Armor stands, of course. Gotta showcase the armor we make. Where else do I want to put one of these? I think, yeah, just 1 or 2 here as well wouldn't be awful. Okay, put the barrels away. Weapons. I can't... Item frames are as close as we can get. Maybe let's. If I use a glow frame. Ugh, I really wish I could just use an armor stand to showcase things. This just feels lame, you know? Oh, you can do that. That's crazy. What? You can put it on the underside? What? Oops, I want that facing down, yeah. I guess put axes here. Went too far. Okay, that I'm not entirely sold on that at all, especially because the door. Ah. I need the building block again. Birch stair. Especially because the door is going to go there. I'm not entirely sold on doing that at all. There's just not an easy way to do, like, like, why can't I put this on... Why can't we have a weapon rack? I want a weapon rack. That's funny. I want a little weapon rack, entity thing, like we have armor stands. So I guess we're just going to put a bunch of finished weapons and things in here, is what's going to happen. We'll just throw a whole lot of weapons. Combat, just grab, you know, some more things. Another mace, another... Oh, no, I want iron stuff. Just throw them all in. Right, just randomly. Let's do another one of those, another one of these, another one of those. Things like that, maybe. Another 9 items. Do another sword. Let's do a couple swords. Another axe. Okay, mace. Maybe a sword or 2, axe, maybe a couple of them. Another mace, and then I don't know, mace to finish it off. Right, that's a pretty good collection there. Let's think about armor now. We're definitely gonna need chain armor. Nope, go away. Chain armor. Yep. Iron armor as well. Okay. Yep, there we go. Now, I'm thinking maybe we have a netherite set as well. I really don't know. I'm in creative mode. I should not be getting advancements. It's just weird. Anyway, we don't need any of that. Oh, can you put a shield on an armor stand? No, that's annoying as well. We'll do that, because that'll look cool. We'll throw... I don't know. A bunch of shields in here, I guess. Shields are... Yep. I do not have things to fill up every... barrel bow, I don't think, unless I start filling in armor in some of them. Maybe? Nope, not diamond. Yep, this is how we're gonna get around it. Chain mail. Goes there. Oh! Horse armor! I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he would absolutely make horse armor as well. We'll put leather in there as well. Just because we can't knock gold. Just because, you know, we can. It's horse armor, it's different. Right? That's gonna be my excuse. It's horse armor, it's different. Okay, and then over here, easiest thing in my life, we're gonna go to ingredients now. We're gonna just get a bunch of coal, because you definitely need it. Put it down, please. We're gonna need raw iron. We're gonna need, he's working with iron ingots of all varieties as well. We're gonna shove a bunch of coal in here and kind of do the same trick that we did before with the tan. Oh, where did it? Okay, well. Same trick we did with the tanner, I think. Just, you know, kind of spread things out a bit. We're gonna put iron in here. Kind of like that. We'll put some ingots in here. Kind of do one of those things. Netherite ingots. I think we'll put in here as well. Right? You're never gonna see that many ingots probably anywhere. Put the coal in here. Alright. I think that'll be good. Put stuff in there? Yeah. I think that'll be fine and dandy. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to come in here and we're going to work on the interior of the blacksmith shop. What to do in here? Let's work upstairs first. We're gonna need some chests again. I think the blacksmith will have a black bed, probably a little greasy from all of his working, obviously. What else do I want to put upstairs? Smithing table. Let's put a smithing table. What am I doing? Of course, he would have a smithing table probably right here. I know, you're probably thinking, that's going to cut off that barrel. It does, sort of. Okay, we're going to move this. Where do I want to put this? Actually, right here. Right there. No, that's ridiculous. We need to put the black stone. That was chiseled black stone. Or, sorry, no, yeah, it was chiseled. No, it wasn't. It was cracked, polished black stone. There we go. Put that back. Where do I want to put the smithing? I didn't think about that, but it would absolutely have a smithing table. I guess we'll put that there. It's a little far away, but it'll still work. He'll probably have one inside too. No, he probably wouldn't. Man lives alone. Probably wouldn't have too many visitors, but we'll still put a little table here, I think. Boop and boop. Kind of like that. I just remembered I need 2 spaces to make the chair, because we have that, and then wrong way. Chair. So then we'll have our table like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Good. We'll put another table here. Fly still bothering me. Another table, another chair there. Oh, right. We'll need a furnace and barrel in here for his food. We'll kind of do a similar thing what she had there. And look at all this extra space we still have to work with. It's insane. So I think the blacksmith's work just is so consuming that it'll have bled into his house. Let's go upstairs and do the bedroom now. I think he definitely has a double bed. This man definitely, Barnabus, definitely a double bed kind of a guy. He's got his personal affections chest. It's going to be right there. Again, you can absolutely open it and do things there. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's put all these away. Is he gonna have any bookshelves or anything? That's the next question. You know what? Yeah, why not? Let's give him a little reading nook as well. Give him some books here, which coincidentally you can climb on top of if you want. We'll do that so it's a little bit bigger. We'll give him a little reading nook in his bedroom as well. I think that's fine and lovely. Let's talk chains and lanterns now for lighting. Alright, lighting. Gonna hang that there and there. Let's see here. For over here, we kind of don't have a ton of space. We can hang from there. If we want, maybe one higher. Hang from there, which coincidentally would match with hanging from there, which isn't awful. I like it. Up here, we'll actually add some lanterns like this, because we have the space for it in the bedroom. Those aren't in the way, and we can come down. Nice. Okay. I do like the idea of his work bleeding in, though, so we might put an armor stand or something here just to help fill in some of the extra space. So let's do that. Maybe with an unfinished armor set, though. So put like a chest piece and boots on it. We'll angle it maybe a couple like that. Chest piece, boots, and maybe this one's just got boots. But right, that's just what he's made for those. I like it. Let's add in our doors, which are over here. Let's add in our doors. Obviously, gotta do... Oh my gosh, really? Open the door. Yes, okay. And then here... Why does the first one I put down never do what I want? Alright, there we go. Alright, and I think, yeah, that's maybe... Do I want to put this? There's just a blank space here. Do I do carpet then? Yeah, why not? Let's give him some carpet. Let's give him some, like a checkerboard carpet. I hope they're okay where whatever happened out there. Let's give them a checkerboard carpet. Can't put it there, so let's do like bada bing, bada boom. That actually works out exactly how I would want. Just a little something to break up the, you know, the solid cobblestone. I think that looks relatively nice. It kind of goes with the theme he's got. Ooh, right. Let's add the little buttons now. That's in redstone. What am I doing? Let's add the little pebble buttons now to really add to the, you know, worked on sort of chipped look to the whole thing. Oh, that's interesting. You can't put it on stairs. Okay, I guess that makes sense that you can't put it on stairs. It's not a solid surface. You can put it on the back of stairs. I know that. Anyway. Yeah, this is looking lovely. I love it so much. When we come inside, he's got a nice little carpet. Man, Barnabus is living large. Okay, now we need to fill up his food and things. Barnabus is for sure a beef guy, and pretty much just beef. He's gonna have some bread as well. Again, right, the farm and all that is nearby. So he's gonna have some beef, he's gonna have some that. We're going to need some, not that, we're gonna need some coal for his furnace in here. Beef. 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 Bread. 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 Bread, beef, beef, beef. Let's go upstairs. What is he going to have in here? That's a fantastic question. Honestly, I think in his chest, I mean, yes, we're going to put some gold in there. What else would he have in his chest as a personal effect? I don't think he's as crazy about books as Delilah is. I mean, he's got, you know, tons of bookshelves, but he's not really like, I'm reading this. I think maybe he's a collector of, like, gems and things. Maybe he's got some copper he's working on the side. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe he's got scraps of netherite, right? Yeah, I think that'll make sense. I know I've played with the idea of using amethyst shards as a type of currency as well. I'm not entirely sure where I would, like, put that necessarily as, like, you know, because I want iron ingot into, iron nugget, sorry, into gold nugget, into emerald, into diamond. I guess I could do emerald into amethyst, into diamond? Yes, I think that's how that's going to work. So we're going to do quartz, I think, instead. He's just going to have, you know, some random bits and bobs of gold in here, just netherite. Oh, right. Let's grab maybe like that, put that away, and then we can do that. Boom, and then we can fill in the netherite scraps as well. Maybe move a couple around to just give it a little bit more random feel. Yeah. Alright. Bada bing, a bada boom. I think that's it. I think. Oh, no, we need a sign, of course. What am I thinking? So we'll need birch fence. Ooh, what kind of sign? It's functional block. What kind of sign do I want to give Barnabus? Barnabus is going to have bamboo sign? No. I think I like a dark oak sign with the yellow lettering, like how we did with Delilah. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to need a yellow dye and the glow ink sac. I think that'll work well. This is going to go basically directly on the road. Oh, actually, I want this back one now that I think about it. I want it hanging like this. I think that's how I have it with Delilah. Let's look at hers real quick. Yeah, hers is back from the road quite a few spaces, and it's almost hanging on the road. So, yeah, our Barnabus here is a little closer to the road, so he's not going to be able to have that luxury of a far hanging sign unless we put it literally all the way back, like that. Actually, that might not be the worst thing in the world. Let's now do this. Hammer and tongs. Okay. Hammer and tongs. Barnabus. It simply goes by Barnabus. Doesn't have any other name that anybody needs to care about. Barnabus. Now we yellow that up, make it glow. We're going to do the same on this side. Hammer and tongs. Barnabus. Done there. Make it glow, make it yellow. Boom. Perfect. And there you have it. We have our little village coming together quite nicely now. Whoop. We have our little village coming together quite nicely now, I think. We have Delilah Marsh's hide and dried hanging up right over here. Very, very nice little quaint little cottage thing with a little porch and everything. And then we have Barnabus with the hammer and tongs right over here. A delightful little village is coming together. I think this looks wonderful, actually. So far, so good. I am liking the look of it. They both fit together nicely in this little circle that we have. I think next episode, like I had said, we're going to build the tavern. I think it's going to take up all of this space, to be honest. We'll have to see how that goes. I know I sort of hinted at the fact we're going to need to fix the roads again. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think I either said it in episode 1 or in episode 2. I don't remember which, but I said, you know, real city planners would like build the buildings and then build the roads around the buildings. So I think that is what we're going to have to do here as well. Still have the general like idea layout of the road and kind of what I want it to look like, but judging by the actual size of the buildings we're working with now, we're definitely going to need a different road system, but it's still a good sort of layout plan right now. So yeah, here's a little flying overview, right, of our little village. It's going to be nice. Oh, I should absolutely get like a map. Where are maps? Where are maps? It's certainly not. No. Where? Tools? Map? Empty map. Okay. Yeah, that's coming together. I like it. I can't wait for it to like grow and be a real we're gonna have to make a map room for sure. So out of curiosity, if I come over here off of this and do that, we have map and yeah, okay. No, let me just fill that in real quick. Okay, yes, we're gonna have a growing map now of our little village, and it's gonna look, I think it's gonna look great when it's done. And when we get the entire realm of Tulmac done, the map room is going to be insane. But yeah, here we are. Here's our little village so far, our tanner, and I think, honestly, I like the look, I like the feel of Barnabas's hammer and tongs a little bit more. I forgot about the flowers beds around Delilah's hide and dried, but we'll worry about that later. They'll come with the like final details of the village. For now, we have our two buildings. My new favorite one, the hammer and tongs for Barnabus. So that's been episode 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time when we build the tavern right over here next to Barnabas's hammer and tongs. And we'll take up probably this entire space. It'll be stupid flies still flying around. Hopefully it'll come out nice. So here we are, Barnabas's hammer and tongs. We'll see you in the next adventure. Peace!